Hi everyone, Guyde here, and today I'm going to talk about how to tell if someone is gay. And now I've done some research on the subject to see what other advice is out there, and it's all pretty terrible. A lot of it relies on stereotypes that you really shouldn't be relying on, and some scientific studies about finger length and sort of really bullshit answers like that. You can't tell if someone's gay by looking at the length of their fingers, trust me. No, I've definitely been guilty of using my gaydar and making assumptions based on observations. But at least I know I can never be sure unless that person tells me one way or the other. For every telltale sign that someone is gay, I can give you at least two examples of friends that are exceptions to that rule. I've got really feminine straight friends, and I have really masculine gay ones. I've got straight friends who suck at sports, and I have gay friends that are the captains of their sports team. I know gay friends that have terrible fashion and design sense, and I have straight friends that live for fashion and have immaculately designed homes. Um, there's just really not one set of rules that applies to everyone. Uh, there's just no one way to observe someone and tell what their preferences are, because that's what gay, straight, bisexual, asexual is. It's a preference. Think about it. You can't look at someone and just tell that they prefer vanilla over chocolate. Maybe if you see them picking up a vanilla pudding every day at lunch, that's a good indication that they like vanilla over chocolate, but you can't ever be sure unless you ask or they tell you. Maybe they just like this particular brand of vanilla because it's got a hint of cinnamon in it, something like that. And they really like cinnamon. In any case, unless you're interested in dating that person, their preferences really are none of your business. It's just one of many preferences that makes up a person, and unless it directly impacts your relationship, it shouldn't matter. If you're really good friends with that person, you really want to know, then ask. But otherwise, mind your business. If they want to tell you, they'll tell you what their preferences are. Now, if you are interested in that person, my favorite advice there is, if you see someone across the room and you think they're cute, make eye contact. And once you have that eye contact, smile. And if they smile back, go over and say hello. It's definitely not a surefire way to tell if they're gay or even interested in you, but I think of it as an opportunity to go and introduce yourself. Find out if you have common interests, maybe exchange phone numbers. If you do have common interests, worst case, you make a new friend. You may get early indications that they are gay and interested, or you may not at all. If you find out you are still interested in that person, you want to date them, my advice there is to just be honest about it and tell them you think that they're cute. I've wasted way too much time in my life liking someone from afar and not saying anything about it and just waiting for a surefire indication either way if they like me or not. It does take a lot of guts to get out there and put yourself out there and let them know how you feel. But my opinion is that's way better than the alternative. It's way better than waiting and wondering and wasting a lot of time just pining over someone that they may not ever feel the same way about you. Best case, they do like you back, and that's great. Worst case, they don't, but at least you know, and at least you don't sit there and wonder and wait, and you don't waste time. You can move on and see if there's someone else that maybe feels the same way about you. Also, if you do find out that a person is straight or gay, I do want to warn you that that doesn't necessarily have an impact on how you'll feel about them. Just because someone is straight doesn't mean you won't fall in love with them. And just because someone is gay doesn't mean that you will. It's important to remember we don't get to choose who we love. I've heard so many times, I'm cute, I'm smart, I'm funny, why doesn't he like me? It just doesn't work that way. Love it's sort of an intangible spark and a connection between two people that can't be forced and it can't be faked. It just sort of happens. And as much as you may want it to happen with someone, if it's not there, you can't force it to happen. And sometimes you may not want it to be there, but it happens anyway. I shot a video that I'll release soon about how I fell in love with my straight best friend and how rough that was. So watch out for that soon. That's really it for today. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and keep those questions coming. Leave your questions in the comments below, or you can email me at thegayguide@gmail.com. And in the meantime, get out there and be who you needed growing up.